Agriculture Minister Koizumi Shinjiro visited Ibaraki Prefecture on July 9th and met with members of Japan's agricultural cooperative, JA, to exchange opinions on its role.
今あまりにも急激に上がりすぎていることを一回冷ましにいってるっていうことを私からお伝えしました。そして米農家さんにとっても農薬肥料、段ボール、もうさまざまな資材が上がっている。この価格がちゃんと反映できるだけの環境を作っていく。
He said the government is aiming to keep prices for rice at appropriate levels. JA's role has come under fire, especially after a controversy during former Minister Eto Taku's tenure. JA Zenno, the National Federation of Agricultural Cooperatives, purchased over 90% of government rice reserves during his time in office. This led to delays in getting rice to consumers, sparking criticism over slow distribution. Frustration has been growing on social media.
Rice prices never go down. What is JA even doing?
Once we reform distribution without JA, people will realize we don't need it at all.
Such comments have fueled a JA abolition debate. But what exactly does JA do? To find out, we visited some rice fields in Tochigi Prefecture.
ちょっとじゃあ 2,3 箇所前抜かさせてもらって、ちょっと見ますね。すいません。
This JA staff member was inspecting the crops together with a farmer.
結構しっかり取りましたが、まあ、気持ち今の時期からすると濃いかなっていうところですね。
濃い方ね。
濃い方です。はい。
He examined the color and height of the rice plants to judge their growth.
色合い的にもいいんで、当然追肥はやんなくてもいいし。
The JA member offered advice to the farmer on fertilizer, water timing, and other cultivation techniques to boost harvests.
農家さんの手取りを少しでも多くさせたい、いい製品を作っていただきたいというところの仕事を。
JA also sells produce to large wholesalers on farmers' behalf, charging a commission for this service.
自分たちで売るっていうことが多分そんな上手にできないですね、きっとね。どこかに頼る、それが一番身近な農協なんだと思うんですけどね。
Fujita commented on calls for JA's abolition.
農協に代わるものがあれば、農協がなくなってもいいのかなとは思いますが、JA に代わる役割を持っているところが今はないのかなと。
Delays have been reported in releasing rice reserves. But how does rice distribution actually work? We visited a JA group warehouse where rice collected from farmers is stored.
Oh, やっぱりお米は1年通じて切らしてはいけないので、安定的に供給できる量が今保管されているということになりますね。
Normally, rice distribution is carried out gradually and according to the requests of wholesale companies. Even when there are stockpiles, it's not something that's released all at once. JA was originally established as a cooperative with the purpose of protecting agriculture in Japan and supporting farmers. At the core of JA's activities is JA Zen-no, which unites approximately 500 local JA branches across the country. There's also JA Zenchu, which coordinates the group's opinions and communicates them to policymakers. In addition, JA has increasingly focused on financial services and mutual aid businesses, including insurance. Pointing out problems with the organisation is a man who once served as a director of JA in Ibaraki Prefecture.
本業で儲かってないのはいかがなものかっていうことを言ってるわけだよな、みんな。本来の JA の機能は失われつつあるんじゃなかろうかと。
He argued that JA should focus more on selling agricultural products like rice and returning those profits to the farmers. Okuhara Masaki, a former Vice Minister of Agriculture who has long advocated for reforming JA, has remained critical of the group. He said that JA lacks the drive to make profits from selling rice and other crops, and that there's a mindset internally that only profiting from financial services is enough. He furthered that if JA wants to remain a necessary presence, it has no choice but to make a serious effort to generate earnings from agricultural products